Good morning. It's Lisa with Lisa Heal Yourself. And today I want to talk about the rate of time it takes to heal. Okay, so if I could told you that you could heal yourself in 7 days, 1 week, or if I told you you could heal yourself in 6 weeks, if I could told you you could heal yourself in 6 months, if I told you you could heal yourself in a year, or if I told you you could heal yourself in 5 years, or 10 years, or 25 years, right? Which one would you pick? So think about that for a moment. So a lot of us who have chronic pain or chronic illness, chronic disease, chronic symptoms, chronic anxiety, chronic whatever, suffering of any kind, have this thought that the rate at which we heal is the rate at, I don't know how to say this, is the rate at which we were injured, right? So we kind of equate how fast we heal or how fast we can let it go or how fast we can move on with our life to the rate and the speed, or to the depth, I should say, of how bad the incident was or how much we were hurt or how much we lost or whatever. So we equate these two things together. So I believe that we are under the illusion, or should I say disillusion, that healing rapidly is an insult. It's insulting to your injury, okay? So healing rapidly from the loss of someone you loved is an insult to their memory. Healing rapidly from a chronic illness or a chronic disease is an insult to how deeply you've been injured and how deeply and everything that you've lost because of it. Or so we hold on to this illusion or this disillusion that our suffering and the length of time that we allow ourselves to suffer or be in pain is directly correlated to how badly we lost or we grieved or we were hurt or we were wrong, whatever it is. And so I want to tell you that that is just an illusion, and that is where our downfall is, right? That we surely couldn't get over the death of a child in a week if we loved them, right? We surely didn't have any real feelings for our husband if we can get over his death in 3 weeks. So we kind of hold ourselves to a standard of feeling pain and grieving. We have this standard of grief that we feel we must feel in order to be a good person, in order to have honored or valued that thing in our life. And so if I asked you how long you wanted it to take to get over the death of your husband, if he got, killed in a car crash, and I said, do you want it to be 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, 5 years, 25 years? You might say 25 years is too long, 5 years is too long, but 5 days is too short, 5 weeks is too short, maybe 5 months. You might settle on, I'd like to be able to get over this in 5 months, because we equate getting over it too quickly with being a bad person or not loving deeply enough. And maybe if it was a child, you might say 5 years. Maybe if your child was abducted and murdered, you might say 25 years, right? You might say you should never get over it. Some people would choose that because they really, truly believe that the amount of time grieved, the amount of time in pain, the amount of time that we suffer or is equal to the depth of the love that we had, the depth of the reverence that we give this wound in our life. So it's really strange because you know, what happened to you, or your illness, or everything that you've gone through, you may feel like you're betraying yourself if you choose to heal in 5 days. But you could choose to change and to let it go, and to just not let that wound keep coming up over and over and over, right? To not let it pull you back, to not let it steal your power. But you may feel that there was some sort of injustice. You may feel that, you owe it to somebody or yourself to hang on to this in some way, to show the gravity of the condition or the weight of your experience or what you've been through. We hold, our cards close. We don't forgive. We don't let it go. And this is simply because we really believe that, somehow this was wrong. And the amount and the length of time to which we suffer shows the depth of the injury, right? It shows the depth of how we believe, how deeply we believe we've been injured. And so I'm not saying not to honor your wound, not to respect your wound, not to give it the weight or, the honor that it deserves, not to honor it in the way that you feel it needs to be honored. But I am saying that you need to stop living under the illusion that the rate of which you heal something, the rate at which you heal is equal to the depth of how much you've suffered and how deeply how deeply you loved it, or how deeply its importance is, right? So healing rapidly, healing fast is not an insult to your injury. It is not dishonoring. It's not dishonoring the memory or the weight or the gravity. It's not dishonoring the person. It's not dishonoring the situation or the experience. It's not doing that, right? So you can choose to heal faster than you do. But the reason we don't choose to forgive, or we don't choose to let go, or we don't choose to move forward, is because we feel like we truly are insulting. It's insulting to the experience. It's insulting to the situation. It's insulting to the person. It's insulting to the wound itself. To basically let it go. It feels dishonoring, and that is holding you back. It's keeping you stuck. Please hear me. It is keeping you stuck. It's one of the biggest reasons why people stay stuck. They're honoring a wound. You're honoring your own wound. You are honoring this wound, this past wound, and it's taking from your life today. It's stealing from your ability to move forward. By honoring this wound so much and holding on to the pain for this long, and holding on to the suffering for this long, and holding on to the unforgiveness and the stuckness, right? By holding on to that, by honoring this wound so deeply, it's stealing from your ability to move forward and live the life that you want to life that you want to live, and that is only hurting yourself, right? So we're letting something in the past that is gone, that is already gone. It's in the past, and our desire to continue to honor that wound, maybe for 5 weeks, maybe for 5 days, maybe for 5 months, maybe for 5 years, God forbid, our lifetime, is stealing from you. And it's not actually honoring that, because it's keeping you stuck, and it's keeping, it's not keeping the memory alive. It's not honoring that wound and just giving it its love and its acceptance, and it's just keeping that memory, just keeping it alive, right? You're disservicing yourself, okay? You have to move forward. You have to realize that honoring your own wound by keeping it alive is keeping you sick. And that when we stop doing that, we can move forward. And when we stop saying we're a bad person, if our child was murdered and we heal in 5 weeks, we're a bad person, right? We somehow believe we're bad, we're unworthy, we will be looked down upon, we will be thought of as somebody who doesn't love deeply. We're thought of who's somebody who it didn't impact us. That event, that person, that child, whatever, didn't mean anything to us. And that couldn't be farther from the truth. But yes, this is the illusion, the disillusion that we hold, right? How long do you want to let this wound ruin your life? Ask yourself that question. How long do you want to let what happened to you, as bad as it is, as horrible as it is, as big of a loss as it was for you and is for you, how long do you want to let that wound ruin your life and destroy your life, right? And steal all your future happiness, right? We can honor something and still heal, right? We're not bad if we heal. We're not bad if we get over and we move on and we're able to let go. We're not bad people. It doesn't make us bad. It doesn't make us horrible. It actually makes us stronger, better people, because now we have more to give to the world, to ourselves, to our partners, to our children, to the people around us. When we let go of that, right? And when we say, I'm going to keep this wound, I'm going to still honor this wound, but I'm not going to let it stay stuck. I'm going to allow myself to heal and still honor the wound, right? If you have to honor the wound, then allow yourself to say, I can honor the wound and heal. I can be okay. I can let go. I can forgive. I can move on. I can grow. I can expand. I can still live my life and be okay and go for my dreams and whatever, move forward. Love again, get married again, have a new child again, whatever it is, right? I can do this. I can still honor that. I can still keep that memory somewhere alive, but I don't have to let it destroy me, right? I don't have to let it keep me stuck forever. It doesn't have to. I can have both. So if you can't just completely let it go, then allow yourself to honor the wound as well as heal, right? And that healing will help you honor that wound even more. By healing completely, you can honor the loss of your child even more, okay, if this is the example. By becoming a whole person and by, having another child and going for your dreams and traveling and enjoying your life, this is not dishonoring your child who passed away. This gives you the ability to honor them even more, right? To do something with your story, to maybe help other kids, to help other parents, to be a better person, to give more love to the children you have, right? This allows you to be a better version of yourself. So allow your wounds to make you better, right? Honor your wounds by healing. Honor your wounds by healing. And then you can be a better person. You can do more than you can from this state of feeling like if you heal, you're dishonoring. You're dishonoring your own illness, everything that you've been through, your situation, all your hurts, right? We have to stop thinking that way. And I hope you really think about this and start thinking this way today, because it will really speed your healing, I promise.